2024 was undoubtedly one of the worst years for coasters, but that's the past. 2024 is over. We no longer have to live through that hellscape of sad coaster news. The off-season is in full swing, and the anticipation to ride coasters again is higher than ever, and we have some amazing additions this year. Like, an insane amount of roller coasters are opening up in the United States. It is so exciting. I kind of already touched on this subject in a few of my videos, most notably ranking the top 50 2025 coasters, but I think there's a little more explaining to do on why this year is so good. Also, I am taking any opportunity I can to talk about Epic Universe on this channel, because with every construction update, I become so much more excited. And with that out of the way, let's look at what we have going on this year. So first off, let's talk about some delayed editions from 2024. Every year we get a handful or so of these coasters, but I think this year's lineup of delayed coasters is like really good, mainly because we have full-on parks that got delayed to this year. So first up, we're finally getting a COTAland opening, and that is huge. The first, or I don't know which tilt coaster will open first, but what was supposed to be the first modern Vekoma tilt coaster is opening this year. Circuit Breaker looks so amazing, and I highly recommend checking out our video on the tilt coaster. If you want to know my rough thoughts on it, it just seems like a more gimmicky B&M dive coaster that has an actually good layout. So literally an upgrade from my B&M dive in literally every category except reliability. It looks so good, and Circuit Breaker is bound to meet expectations, and that color scheme is very cool. We also have that one other coaster from this park, and that being the Gerstlauer shuttle coaster called Palindrome. Another full-on delayed park that is supposed to make a 2025 opening is Mattel Adventure Park in Phoenix. I can't say this will open because construction is going slow. It's making progress, but this project has been delayed so much I find it hard to believe anything they say. I do believe a late 2025 opening will happen, and we will get our second chance Hyper GTX, which honestly looks a lot worse than the first one, but I'm curious to see how it rides and what the capabilities of this model are, and by no means will it be a bad ride. It's just hard to compete with what Lightning Run has done. The other category is singular roller coasters that are delayed till 2025, and there's a good handful here, but nothing absolutely crazy. The few we do have are Six Flags projects, which comes to the surprise of literally no one. I am sure Six Flags being Six Flags and also having the merger in between it all, delayed construction and testing and operating and literally whatever it takes to get these coasters opening. The main headliner for this category is Flash, which is the first Vekoma Super Boomerang to come anywhere outside of China, so that is super exciting and may have potential to be the next mass clone model. Who knows, we may see the start of a movement at Great Adventure, or maybe we're just looking at literally nothing and a sad excuse at a 50th anniversary coaster that got delayed off the 50th anniversary year. The only thing Six Flags Great Adventure has done well this past year is test this coaster in King Naka's final days, because it created some buzz. But you know, it's going to take a lot more than that for me to get over what Six Flags did to Ka, like a lot more. Like a 500-foot coaster more, or a mock striker more, or a mock spinner more, or just like a lot more for me to get over what they did. And for the love of God, do not put in that mock spinner tower thing. If you're going to build a spinner, build a real one. I don't buy into the rumor, but 2025 will be exciting nevertheless because we will get to see what Six Flags is cooking up in 2026. The other delayed project you should keep on your radar is Georgia Gold Rusher, which was a horrible decision by Six Flags new management to retheme it. Also, I am optimistic for a Madrid Peak opening this year, so keep that on your radar. Andromeda Base is completely cooked though, do not get an ounce of hope for that coaster. So beyond the delayed projects, we probably have the best slate ever for new theme parks. I probably will spend a video discussing this, but Epic Universe and Six Flags Qiddiya are both opening in 2025, and that bolsters this year with the coasters that are coming. Epic Universe, real quick, is more of an experience park with a ton of dark rides, but we will get Stardust Racers for the coaster category. It looks like a great dueling coaster, and with onboard audio and the lights, it is just exactly what I want from Universal. It is a shame they are adding trims in the layout though. I don't know if this is going to be like a Velocicoaster level trim or like a ride-killing trim. I trust Universal though, and at the end of the day, they have to cater to the 95%, which is the GP. I know, stinky GP, ruining everything. I need my coasters forceful. Also, there is Hiccup Swing Glider that could be one of the best family coasters out there. I'm still doubtful it will match Hagrid's level of eliteness though. Anyways, Six Flags Qiddiya is the other huge topic of 2025. I honestly think this is the start of a ton of investments from the Middle East into amusement parks. I think it may be a trend that we will start to see. They kind of have infinite money, and a great investment in their eyes to improve their public image or whatever is theme parks and bringing in tourists. So we will see if it works, but it has piqued my interest as an enthusiast. I wouldn't even be surprised if Six Flags Qiddiya built a second park. Of course, Falcon's Flight is like the biggest coaster in the world, and it only exists because of oil money. I almost guarantee you that a coaster like it will never be built again, and if it does, it will also be in Saudi Arabia, or maybe like the UAE or something. I just think it's so lucrative and out there for any normal park to afford. There is no point to building that big. There is just no point for any park to invest in it. Even if coaster technology improves even more, you could just do so much more with this smaller coaster, and building big requires just so much steel, and steel is so expensive these days. Despite this, I am so excited to see what Intamin is going to do with this. It's an insane project that is just an engineering marvel, and I think it will be a great coaster. To put it into perspective, the Bunny Hill after the first drop is bigger than the tallest coaster in the world, bigger than King Ka, so that is just insane. Now, Six Flags Qiddiya is also a full theme park with themed lands, so that is very exciting. Unfortunately, we just learned it is being operated by Six Flags, so if we're trying to be a resort park, I kind of think it will struggle in the operations category, but we will see if they even get overwhelmed with guests or not. And as sad as this is, Six Flags ops are probably better than most international ops, so it could be a good thing. The important thing to note is the lineup doesn't just end at Falcon's Flight. Six Flags Qiddiya is delivering us a great lineup from top down. We have a GCI Woody, an Intamin Blitz, kind of, a water coaster, a spike coaster, a Vekoma SFC. It's honestly a great lineup for a park like this. So that is another reason why 2025 is going to be a year for coasters. Oh, and also Bon Bon Luxury Resort has a chance at opening late this year, and that would bring one of the best Vekoma coasters to the planet. So that would make 2025 even better than it already is. The next thing is individual coasters that are opening. This is the first year that the new Six Flags management after the merger is on its own 2 feet, and they have promised a ton of investment, and we are seeing the start of it in 2025. Please note that a lot of these openings are left over from Legacy Parks management, but we have seen some interesting moves like the Tilt Coaster, which we will talk about. But first off, we have Alpine Fury, one of the most unique ever Premier Rides coasters to open, coming to Canada's Wonderland. We have Rapterra, a very interesting custom wing coaster coming to King's Dominion. We have Siren's Curse coming out of left field to Cedar Point. I find it so funny that Cedar Point just blatantly took this coaster from Six Flags Mexico, so sorry for all my Mexico City enthusiasts if you guys do exist. Wrath of Rakshasa will be a cool B&M Dive Edition. You also have Quantum Accelerator, so that's cool, I guess. 2026 will probably be even better, but the 2025 slate is already really good, and when you combine it with the other 2025 openings, it makes for an insane year. Also, some love goes out to Europe. Y'all are getting the second ever Mach Striker, which seems interesting, but not as good as Voltron. It's just some hard shoes to fill. I'm sure it will be a great ride. You guys are getting YOY or Joy, a dueling RMC Raptor that looks amazing. There's a GCI Woody in France, there's a Mach Big Dipper in Austria. There are a lot of things to be excited about. Also, for individual coasters in the US, Lost Island is getting a Raptor prototype clone. There's also some cool SeaWorld investments like that one B&M Family Invert. So there's just a lot. 2025 is shaping out to be one of the best years for coasters, and that's for a wide variety of reasons. First of all, the sheer quantity. There's just a lot going around, and I think that will make any enthusiast happy. The best part is the diversity of manufacturers that we are getting. It's not 16 different S&S free spins. It feels like almost every major manufacturer is really given something to stand out. Even S&S is building their first Access coaster. We have major additions from B&M, Mach, Vekoma, Intamin, Premier. It's really cool to see. The only manufacturer that may be falling behind is RMC, with only opening 2 Raptors. But they are introducing the 3rd new layout for a Raptor, so that is pretty huge. Big enough news for me. I would have loved an iBox though. Some of you are still in denial from last week's video, so joke's on you. 2nd year in a row without an iBox coaster. But yeah, I think it's mainly just luck and coincidence. It could have something to do with the economy, but that is beyond my knowledge. Parks are just pouring in investment at the same time. Six Flags merger is finally working out after a horrible, absolutely horrible start. Some smaller, non-chain parks are growing. We are getting new investments from other sources. The Saudi family, and the theme park war in Orlando just got really spicy. It's just a great time to be an enthusiast, and I hope all of you guys have an amazing year filled with some great coasters, and let me know if you get to check out any of the cool new coasters opening this year. That's all for today's video, guys. As always, make sure to like and subscribe. Join the Discord, please. We are doing some really cool stuff in there. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great rest of your day. Goodbye.